welcome to Fantasy Sports Addicts Anonymous. My name is Tom.
Still fuck you, Tom.
Shut up.
And my name is Ryan.
We're Fantasy Sports Addicts.
Woo!
Okay, today we're kicking off the first video of a 4-part series about fantasy basketball draft strategy. Now we're assuming most of you play head-to-head leagues, pretty standard leagues, 12 teams head-to-head essentially. You can have some variation on these videos, of course, but we're assuming, based on most of the questions we've received on our comments in the YouTube channel and tweets we've received, we're going to talk about head-to-head draft strategies. And part one, always, I think it makes sense to kick off beginner's strategy. If you're new to fantasy basketball, if you're only experimenting with fantasy basketball,
You're not a full-blown fantasy addict. You
want to try it.
You're trying it out.
Maybe this is your first team ever. So we've got a little strategy for you. It's pretty simple. It goes as follows. Play it safe.
Safe!
Safe strategy for beginners. It's basically, you just want to follow the rankings, okay? It doesn't matter if you're playing ESPN, Yahoo, whatever. Play the rankings, make safe picks, make smart picks. So you're going to have to do a little bit of homework before you go into your first draft, hopefully, if you can. Pay attention to things like injury history. If a guy is coming off of an injury from last year, or he's starting the year injured, or he has just generally a long history of injuries, you'll usually see the little notes in the news. Don't touch those players. Just don't set yourself up for a disadvantage.
Right. Some of those players that you want to avoid are Kyrie Irving,
Right.
Carmelo Anthony,
Always.
Paul George, even Kevin Durant.
Okay.
Brooke Lopez, definitely.
Never.
Derrick Rose,
Yes.
Kobe Bryant.
So don't set yourself up for a disadvantage. That's the number one rule. And again, you want to pay attention to the news, and you want to pay attention to what else?
You want to pay attention to the ADP or average draft position, and also kind of goes along with that is just percentage owned. If you go to your players homepage and look at percentage owned.
Okay, so as you go through this draft, you're taking the best player available as often as you can, but you also want to bear in mind the roster setup and what your roster positions are and what your roster position needs actually are. So you're taking the best available, but maybe you already have 2 or 3 guards, or you already have 2 or 3 power forward center type players. Now's the time where you take the next best available guard or the next best available center, depending on what your situation is. So don't always
You want to try
take
to
the
have
number
a
next
well-rounded team.
fill out your roster. All right, and beyond that, the most important part of all of this,
Most important.
this is how you get into fantasy sports. The number one thing, woo,
Number one.
woo, right? You root sometimes for the home team, but you take players you know, okay? If you got favorite players throughout the league, or you got a favorite team that you root for, you take some players you know because you want to be interested. This is a 6-month affair, all right? You never want to jump into a league or draft a league where you're going to have a bad team, a crappy team, give up after a few weeks. It just ruins the league for everybody. So if you're going into this,
Just do it.
have fun.
Yeah, and if you're not going to commit, just do a daily league. There's no long impact, so just do daily league, have
Start
fun,
there.
see what drafting is, and stay out of regular leagues if you can't commit.
Right, but if you're ready to commit, again, take players you like, because how else are you going to get the bug? How else are you going to get, addicted to fantasy sports the way we are, right? You start out taking players you love, and you go from there. You make smarter moves maybe a few years later, whatever. But number one rule, have fun, and when in doubt, ask questions. Feel free to leave comments on any of our videos or tweet to us, hit up our message boards on the website, whatever. If you're in a draft or a mock draft, ask other managers. They'll probably help you, unless you got a bunch of assholes.
You just
right?
want to pay attention and learn, like the guy who's in first place kicking all kinds of ass. Like,
Make notes.
What players did he have? Who did he pick up?
Okay, so have fun, play it safe, but most importantly, have fun.
Have fun. All right.
Okay.
Thanks for watching. Tom,
Good luck.
You want to give us the serenity prayer?
Yes, fantasy gods.
Fantasy guys!
Please grant me the serenity to set my ideal lineup, the courage to add drop aggressively, and the wisdom
As always.
to make good trades,
Amen.
but also play it safe. And anytime you need us, check out our website, fantasysportsaddicts.com. Hit us up on Twitter at letter F, letter S, the word double, letter A, at FSAA. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Give us a thumbs up.
And leave a comment down below. Tell us if we can help you in your fantasy basketball drafts. We're ready to help you, like Ghostbusters.
Ow!
Woo! All right, good luck out there.
Thank you.
Have fun. Woo!